Okay, in our legendary class this morning, we did mate and two as a warm up, which I think is a great practice. We want to always be looking for checking moves. Remember, I say that we're supposed to be looking for checking moves first. Look at checks against your own king. I would start with that, and then look at checks against your opponent's king. And yeah, so you start with checks, and then if you're evaluating position, go on to captures. Look for loose pieces. Look for different attacks you can make, your opponent can make. That's kind of your process, starting with checking moves. But we have mate in two. So this is white to play and checkmate in two moves. Go ahead and pause your video if you want to solve for this. So you pause the video there. But as I was saying to my students this morning, you really want to be careful about pushing your F pawn, especially if you don't have a G pawn, because it opens up what's called the fool's diagonal here. You do not want to open this diagonal up because, yeah, I actually had a student this morning that did this, and well, it was a game we evaluated, and very similar checkmate. Well, the king was dislodged, so that's mate in two. Again, here just looking for checkmate in two moves. This time it is black to play. Pause your video if you want to consider it. Hopefully you've paused, but yeah, simply just dropping back here. The back rank checkmate, this would be called. This is a back rank mate. I think it's important to know these different checkmate patterns. That is a back rank checkmate. Black to play in this one, checkmate in two moves. Go ahead and pause your video to solve as you like. So you pause that video, but yeah, again, we're always looking at checking moves. Check, the king has to move over, and then that is just checkmate. Check, and then kind of almost like a ladder mate, like you would do with a couple of rooks. That seems like a ladder mate to me, essentially. Again, I think it's important to name the different checkmates if you can, because it gives you something that you can grab a hold of to pull these ideas out of your mind. All right, it is white to play and forced checkmate in just two moves. White to play and mate. Hopefully you pause your video if you want to go ahead and to solve this yourself. But yeah, the queen goes here. The knight's taking away this square, so the king has to go here. And then you can just finish him off with the knight. So check, and that is mate. Queen and the king work really well together to checkmate a lot of times. Again, mate in two here. It is white to play. Go ahead and pause your video if you want to solve. Well, I do encourage you to pause your video. Again, we have a back rank checkmate situation here. You got to watch that back rank. That is just mate. And now it is white to play and checkmate in two moves once again here. And pause your video. We'll solve. But yeah, if we play this checking move here, the king has to move here, abandoning his rook, and that is just checkmate. So check, and that is checkmate. Okay. Again, white to play and checkmate in two moves. Pause your video and think about it here. Yeah, we just have to play. So hopefully you pause your video. Got to play this move here. Obviously you can't just drop to the back rank because the knight will capture you. Well, the knight will capture you. So you drop here and he's forced to block. And that again is a back rank checkmate. All right. White to play and checkmate in two moves here. Now white to play and mate. Pause your video, of course. Again, a back rank checkmate. We can actually afford to go ahead and sacrifice the queen because we know this pattern of the back rank checkmate. Again here, black to play and checkmate in just two moves. Black to play. Pause your video and think about it as you like. Yeah, but we got the rook and the queen lining up here. So you can just capture with the queen, and then this rook is guarding this one, so that is just 8 and 2. Black to play. Forced checkmate in just 2 moves. Almost, yeah, so go ahead and pause your video, think about that. Okay, so this pawn is guarding both these squares, so the queen can come in, and that's check. It ends up being like another back rank checkmate. The king has nowhere to go. Pawn is taking that, and of course the queen is taking everything else. There's 2 more of these. Black to play in this one, and force checkmate in just 2 moves. Again, here we see this pushing of the F pawn. So to my students in legendary chess, yeah, we're not pushing F pawns like that, especially if you push the G pawn. This really weakens what's called the fool's diagonal. Whoops, not there, here. And so, yeah, often that will be just deadly. So check, the king has to move, and that is mate. All right, last one here. All right, it is white to play here and checkmate in 2 moves. Pause your video and think about it. This one's pretty cool. So, yeah, we have what's called a discover check, one of my favorite tactics in chess. Wherever we move this knight, it's going to be check. But we don't want the king to be able to step away and run away over here somewhere, right? So, yeah, we got to play this crazy move. What I love about discover check is the piece that you move that's not checking the king has like a magical immunity from capture. And so the knight's taking this, and that is just checkmate. Okay, thank you for joining me for that. As you see there, we do have unlimited classes. I do 6 classes a week, and you can join every one of those, or legendary chess classes. We do tactics like this, or well, checkmates like this, or tactics. Game analysis, usually for the first half, tactics, game analysis, or mates. And then we usually take a break for 5 minutes if you like, and then we play chess with each other. I set up live chess accounts for everybody, and we battle each other, check out each other's games on live chess, and part of our legendary chess club. But that's that class, yeah. Well, thank you all for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that. Take care. Bye-bye.